go ahead and get started. I hope everyone's doing well today. And hopefully everyone had a nice weekend and everybody's feeling nice and healthy. And let's stand up tall, shoulders back and down, abs are in tight, and then let's start side to side. Remember, go at your own pace. If you want to get your legs working a little bit more, you can kind of sit down in the center. But if not, then just go side to side. Good. And let's go forward a step or two, and back a step or two, and forward a step or two, and back a step or two, and forward, and back. And remember, if the forward and back is too much for you, then just stay stationary. Let's do it one more time. Forward and back. Good. And let's switch the arms, and then we'll go heel lift, heel lift, heel lift. Try to pull your heels up behind you. Remember too, if you need it, put a hand on the chair or the wall. Good. 4, 3, 2, biceps curl and knee up. So we're slowing it down a little bit. And again, if you need to put a hand on the wall or the chair, go ahead and do it. So abs are in really tight, and bring those knees up as high as you can comfortably. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and we're going to march. Just march. Try to get your arms and your legs moving. And let's march out wide. March back in. And march out wide. And march back in. And march out wide. And we're going to stay out there a little bit longer. And march back in. And march out wide. Good. And march back in. Good. Now march forward. March back. March forward. And march back. And march forward. And march back. And march forward. And march back. Let's do it one more time. Forward. And back. All right, now we're going to stay on the right side, and we're going to step and punch, 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 step and punch. Remember, go at your own pace. Try to feel when that arm is moving, feel it in the back of your shoulder. 2 more, then we switch left. Here we go, let's switch left. Push, push and pull. Push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. Good. Now we're going to go back to the right here, here. One more time, then we're going to go left. Here we go. Abs in tight, shoulders stay down. Good. Now back to the right, and we're going to go up, up. So if you want to change your leg movement, feel free. Or if you wanted to even lift that leg up, back, up, back, up, back. Last one, and then go left, up, up. So remember, it can be a step forward, a step out, a lift up, doesn't really matter. Good. And now back to the right, up, just 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and left. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and march. All right, arms are gonna come up in front, up in front, up in front. Good, and tap back, tap back, tap back, tap back, tap back, tap back. Good. Four, 3, then we're going right back to the beginning of the warm-up, right here. And we're going side, 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 side. 4, 3, 2, then pull back, heel lift. Three, 2, biceps curl and knee up. Four, 3, 2, arms straight out in front, toes back. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Stand up, roll your shoulders back. Just back. Good. Grab a quick drink, and we're going to do a little bit of balance work and then get right into our strength work. All right. Chest up, shoulders back and down. Fingertips lightly on the chair if you need them. We're going to pick up one knee and see if we can hold it up for 30 seconds. Abs are in tight. Here we go. Knee up. Right. Try to keep yourself up tall. Try not to lean. Find that non-moving focal point. Think chest up. Shoulders back. Abs in tight. Relax a little bit the leg that you're standing on. Try not to lock your knee. Try not to grab your shoe with your toes. Good. 3, 2, 1. Step it down. Good job. Shake it out. All right. And then we're going to switch legs. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Right. Try to stay up tall. Right. Try to find that non-moving focal point. Right. Whichever leg you're standing on, you're standing nice and squarely on it, but try not to lock out your knee. Right. And try to relax your toes a little bit. Put your hands, your arms wherever you need them to be. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Shake them out. Long, deep breaths. And you guessed it, we're going back to that first leg again. All right, so abs are in tight, chest up. And here we go. Smile. Think happy thoughts. Breathe. We're all here. We're all relatively healthy. And hopefully everything's good. 5 seconds more. 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Good job. Shake them out a little bit. Whew. All right. Breathe. Abs in tight. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Last one. Try to really stay up as tall as you can. Breathe. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. All right, hand on the chair lightly. Whichever leg you started with first, knee up, leg back, knee up, leg back. And think, pull that knee up, push that leg back, knee up. Hands as light on the chair as you can make them. Even if you're sitting, just slide over to the side of the chair and see if you can get that leg to come forward and back a little bit. Abs in tight to protect your low back. One more after this one. Right. Good job, and set it down, shake them out a little bit, and then the other leg. Knee up, leg back. Again, shoulders are relaxed down, abs are in tight, fingertips are light on that chair. So our core is working. Oops. Good, let's do 2 more. So this is 1. And last one. Good job. Shake them out a little bit. All right, grab your tube or your band or whatever kind of stretchy thing you have. And if you don't have one, don't worry about it. Just use your arms or light weights. Okay, and bring those arms out in front. Right, a little bit lower than your shoulders. Right, and again, up tall and abs are in really tight, and we're pulling out and back in. So a little bend in the elbows is fine, but we want that band or whatever we have to stay at the center of your chest. So not way up here at your neck, right? And not down here at your hips. And as the arms come out, try to squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit. And breathe. Two more. One more time. Good job. Lower your arms down. Roll your shoulders forward. Roll them back. Good. Let's bring it around behind us. And up and under. Good. And feel free to adjust the length if you need to. We're pushing those arms out and then cross in front, out. Alternate which arm crosses on top. Good. And then if you wanted to do something with your feet, that's fine. But if you prefer not to, that's fine too. Try to keep those arms really extended. 6, 5, shoulders down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower your arms down. Woo. Roll your shoulders back. Good job, everyone. All right. One more time, right? We're going to shorten it up maybe a tiny bit, and we're going to push forward. And again, hands are about chest level, so lower than your shoulders. And push forward. Push forward. Abs are in tight. Five, 4, you should be feeling these. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower your arms down and really roll your shoulders back, back, back. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and step on it with both feet. Right? Try to feel like you're standing in the center so it feels equal on both sides. And of course, if you're using handheld weights, it should feel equal on both sides, right? So step your feet apart a little bit. Anchor your hands on the front of your legs, even if you have weights. Let hands on the front of your legs, and let's pinch back. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. Try to pull your shoulders back. It's a small movement, and we don't want it to be an arm pull, which is why we're anchoring the hands right here. And kind of tuck your chin down a little bit. Abdominal muscles are in tight. Good job. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right. Now, undo your X. Okay, shorten it up. Feet apart again. Right? If you prefer to do these standing in front of your chair, just for balance sake, that's fine. Shoulders back and down, abs are in tight. Remember, try to keep your chin tucked a little bit. And remember too, we exhale as we go down or back, and we inhale back up again. So glue your hands on the sides of your legs and push your hips back, push back into your heels, and come back up again. Tuck your tush and push back and squeeze up. Try to tuck that tush a little bit. Abs are in tight and up. And shoulders are back, and we inhale up. And we push back into our heels, and we inhale up. And we keep the chin down so we're looking downward at the floor and not tightening our neck muscles. And feel this in the backs of your legs, so try to really push back. Even if you're sitting, come out toward the front edge of your chair. Extend your legs out in front of you with your heels down and your toes up. And then do something similar to what we're doing. When you're sitting, it's a little harder to come forward because the hips can't really push back. Let's do 3 more, please and thank you. 3, pull those abs in tight. 2, last time. Good work. All right. And let that tube come all the way down full length. Okay, make that X again. Right, this time bring your hands up to the sides of your hips so your feet are pretty close together. And we're going to alternate stepping out and in, starting with the right foot. Out and in, left, out and in, right, out and in, left, out and in. So we're trying to stay upright, right? We're trying not to lean to the left when we step out with the right foot and vice versa. Toes are pointing forward or inward a little bit, just not outward, because when the toes start to point outward, we start using the wrong muscles. Remember, it's fun and it feels great. And if we say that enough, someday it'll come true. Keep those abs in tight. Try to keep that upper body up tall. Let's see if we can do 3 more on each side. We can do it. 2. Last one, best one. Good work. Whew. All right, undo your X. We're going to give those legs a little bit of a breather. We're actually going to step off. I'm going to drop the handle that's in my left hand, or the side that's in my left hand, down to the floor, and I'm going to step on it close to the end. And then I'm going to hold the other handle in my right hand, and I'm going to raise that arm up and down. So abs in tight. And remember, that arm is coming straight out from the shoulder. So if I look at you from the left, I can't really see your right arm lifting and lowering. And that right shoulder is going to lift a little bit, but not like this and not like this, ideally. And if this is really hard to do, with a stretchy tube or band, do it without. Remember, any movement better than no movement. And quality is much more important than quantity. Let's do 2 more. Last time. Good job. Put the handle in your left hand, roll that right shoulder back. Good, and let's switch. I don't know about you, but my right shoulder is not feeling particularly grateful today. That's all right. It has to work anyway. All right, so up tall, abs and tight. We're stepping on it with the right foot and the left arm is moving. Up and down. Up, and remember, we're keeping that left arm straight out from the shoulder. So if someone were to look at you from your right side, they wouldn't be able to see that left arm moving, or not much anyway. Good. Try not to let that shoulder lift too much. 3. Abs and tight. Last time. Good work, everyone. All right, roll that left shoulder back. I'm going to grab a quick drink. All right, let's go ahead and step on it again with 2 feet. Okay, and we're going to shorten it up again. Right, and feet are just a couple of inches apart. Abs are in tight, and let's start going to the left today. So here we go. Left, center, left, center, left, center, left, center, left, center. Good. Try to keep that right shoulder back. Let's do 4, abs in really tight. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Stand center, breathe. Adjust your tube, adjust your position, pull those abs in tight, and let's go right. Down, up. Remember, the knees are staying straight, the feet are staying flat. We're trying to just bend the side of the waist. We're not pushing our hips to the side. The hips are staying under us. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Good. Pull those abs in tight. Unfortunately, they don't stay there on their own. 4, 3, 2, the last one. Good work. All right, hold it at the ends or hold the handles if you have them, and step your feet wider apart and bring your hands back behind you and press back. Try to relax your grip. Your fingers will probably be happy to have a little break. Squeeze back, squeeze back, squeeze back. Remember, if you're not feeling this in the back of your upper arm, don't let your hands come all the way back down if you can help it. Up tall, chin is tucked back a little bit. Good job. Come off your tube or band. Set it aside. Woo. Roll your shoulders forward. Roll them back a little bit. Shake them out. Okay. Now, get the lightest weights that you have. No, That's not something that you normally hear me say. So enjoy it while you can. All right, so we're going to try something a little different. So we're going to hold the weights up here like this, right? So the elbows might be forward a tiny bit, and we're going to go out and in, out and in. So abs are in really tight, shoulders are staying down, and we're just extending those arms out to the sides, back in. Try to keep your grip nice and loose, only as much grip as you need so you don't drop them. And at some point, it should start to feel a little bit heavier, right? Little pinch between the shoulder blades to keep those shoulders and elbows back. Good, and of course, abs are in tight because the abs are always the first muscle we contract, or muscles. Woohoo, these are fun. Let's do 2 more on each side. Last time on each side. Good job, lower your arms down. Let's go ahead and set these aside, right? And roll your shoulders back. Now, I just realized I forgot to get my heavy weights, so you get a moment's reprieve while I go grab them. Okay, time up is over. Time out is over. Okay, so we're gonna hold those heavier weights, one in each hand. Feet are just a few inches apart. We're gonna work the sides of the waist again. So we're just gonna go to the left, but we're holding 2 weights. So here we go, abs and tight. Left and center, left and center. Down, try to keep that right shoulder back. If this is too much for you doing 2 weights, set the one in your right hand down. No, set the one in your left hand down, sorry. And put your left hand on your shoulder or behind your ear like we usually do. Abs in as tight as you can get them and still breathe. Two more, we can do it. Good, hold center, up tall, shoulders back, abs are in tight, feet not too wide apart. And here we go, right. Down, up, down, up. Abs are in really tight. Don't forget to breathe. Keep those abs in nice and tight. We have 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good work. Let's set those weights down for a moment or two. Shake out your hands a little bit. Right? And let's stretch out the left side. So put your right hand on your hip. Again, feet not too wide apart. Reach that left arm up and flex over to the right. Kind of see if you can push your hips over to the left a little bit. If you'd like, you can put your hand on the wall or on your chair. You need a little more stability. Good. And inhale and slowly release. And let's switch sides. Take the right arm up, left hand on the wall or the chair or your left hip. And then push your hips to the right and reach that right arm up and over. And feel that stretch all down your right side. So even here, abdominal muscles are contracting. Good. And lift up and release. Good. Okay. Now we're going to get one heavy weight. And this is one of those exercises that you can do sitting or standing. Okay. So we're going to go down, up, overhead. Right. So you pick whether you do it seated or standing. Right. And get an appropriate weight. And we're only doing 10 of these. Okay. So make sure that when you go down toward the floor, if you're standing, that you're bending your knees and not just going like this, which your spine, your low back will not be very happy about. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go down, up, overhead. Good. And down, up, overhead. And down, up, overhead. And down, up, overhead. And down. And if this weight is too much for you, then lighten it. When you go overhead, try not to lean back like this, because again, the low back doesn't like that. 3 more. Down, up, overhead. 2, up, overhead. Last one, up, overhead. Good work. All right, set that weight down. Put a hand on your chair, right? Just in case the low back decides it wants to be a little cranky, we're going to swing the legs. Right, and then switch, swing the other leg. Try to make sure that that leg is actually going behind you without leaning forward too much, and that it's not just going like this. It likes to do that, but that's cheating. Good job. All right, now we're going to stay behind the chair, standing up tall, shoulders back and down, abs are in tight. Take one foot back. Try to keep that knee pretty straight, and we're going to squeeze the glutes, the muscles in your tush, up, up. Now, the foot can leave the floor, but if it doesn't want to leave the floor, as long as you're really squeezing up here, it's all good. And if you put a hand there, you should feel it contracting. So abs in tight. And pinch it, and pinch it, and pinch it. How about 2 more? Pinch it, and last time. Good job. Let's shake out those legs a little bit. Whew. All right, we're going to switch legs. Take that leg back, right? Abs in tight. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. We're trying to stay upright and not be like a seesaw. Squeeze. 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 Don't forget about breathing. Three, 2, 1. Good work. Now see if you can put a hand on the chair. If you need to sit though, sit and pick a knee, bring it up to your chest. Right. So we're mostly wanting to stretch the low back, but it can't hurt to see if you can lighten your grip on the chair a little bit. If this is really hard for you, or again, if it hurts your leg or your low back, then sit down and do it seated. Good. And then we're going to switch legs, right? Put a hand on the chair or the wall or whatever. And we want to really be stretching. I'm stretching the back of my left leg. And luckily, I have pretty good balance. Just a few more seconds. Good work. All right, shake out those legs. All right, we're going to move on to some biceps curls. Right, so get whatever weights you need for biceps curls. Right, and then elbows in at the front of your waist. And let's curl up, down, up, down. We'll see how well this works with, usually I have 12-pound weights, but I didn't put them out today, so I'm using an 8 and a 4. We'll see how that works. All right, try not to lean back. Try to keep your shoulders out wide and your chest open. Good. 4. Remember, it's okay to push yourself a little bit as long as you can do it with good form. 1 more time. Good work, everyone. Set those down. Woo. Shake out your arms a little bit. We're going to do 1 more set of pinches. Right? So grab your heaviest weights. Okay, so feet are apart a little bit, hands are down by your sides. And again, we're just pinching the shoulders back and squeezing the shoulder blades, and the hands are not moving very much. Think about pulling those shoulders back and squeezing the shoulder blades. And of course, abs are in tight. If you can do a little Kegel squeeze, that much better. How about 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Now take your feet a little bit wider apart. We're going to push back and stand up. If you prefer to do this in front of the chair, feel free. If you need to switch out your weights, you can do that too. Okay, so feet are at least hip distance apart, and we're pushing back. The hands are sliding down just to the sides of the knees, and then stand up, squeeze that tush forward a little. Push back, up and squeeze. Push back, inhale on the way up. When you come forward, try to be looking downward at the floor and not out in front of you. Squeeze. And up and squeeze. And up and squeeze. And up and squeeze. And the hands are sliding down the outsides of the legs. We only have 4 more. You can do it. One more time. Good work. Let's set those weights down. I need to grab another drink. Good. All right. Get your chair and get one light-ish weight. Not too light, but not too heavy either. Oh, whoops. Before we do this, set that weight down next to you. Lean back, bring a knee back into your chest. Good. And then release and then switch. Bring the other one in. We're keeping this one a little bit shorter, not the full 30 seconds. We'll get to that after a bit. Good. Okay. And then we're going to sit up. We're going to take this weight and hold it right in the center of your chest. Not up too high, a little bit lower, right? Abs in super tight. See if you can lean back just a tiny bit, and then side and side and side and side, and try to keep pushing back from your midsection So it's not just your shoulders going back. And if it's too hard for you with the weight, do it without the weight. Nothing wrong with that. But do try to feel it more in your abdominal muscles than in your legs. Then not your legs, your low back. Sheesh. Good. Let's do it one more time to each side. Side to side. Good work. Set that weight down. Reach your arms up overhead. Good job. All right. Now, I'm going to turn to the side just so that you can see me a little bit better. But we're going to take these same weights, or if you need to lighten them up a little bit, you can lighten them up a little bit, and we might need to. So you're going to bring your arms up here, and we're going to go out and in, out. But you do want to try to keep your arms up a little bit higher, which is not so easy. Just 2 more. Good. Last one. Good work. Lower them down. Roll those shoulders back. Okay. And then we're going to stand up and sit down, since we're already using the chair. So if you'd like to use weights, do. If you prefer not to, that's fine too. And we're going to start seated. So remember, if you're staying seated, the weights go out towards your knees, and you're going to alternate picking your feet up as high as you can without leaning back. If you're standing and sitting, arms down by your sides, or weights up on your shoulders. All right, wherever you are, abs are in super tight, and here we go. Remember, those feet are about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. If it's more comfortable for you, for your knees, you can toe your feet out a little bit, but do try to keep those abs in tight so that when you sit, you're sitting lightly and not letting yourself fall back and not letting your feet come up off the floor. Remember, try not to let yourself fall back down into the chair. You want to try to control that as much as you can. Let's try 4 more. 4, 3, you can do it. 2, and last one. Good work, everyone. If you're using weights, set them aside. Ooh, lean back a little bit, pick a knee, bring it into your chest. Remember, holding behind the knee stretches more the back of the leg. Holding in front of the knee stretches more the front of the leg. So you pick whichever you need more. Good. And then release, and then let's switch legs. And breathe. Good work. All right. Now we're going to stand up. We're going to get those lightish weights again. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. Right? Okay. And we're going to do similar to what we did in the warm-up, but we're going to alternate sides this time. So we're going to step and punch, step and punch, step and punch, step and punch. And if you need to do it without the weight, do it without the weight. Step and punch, 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 step and punch. If you need to do just the arms and not so much leg movement, that's fine too. Good. And 4, 3, we're going to switch to an uppercut right here. So uppercut, uppercut, up, down, up, down, up, down. Try to really pull that elbow back. So the heart rate's going up a little bit, but that's okay. What goes up will come back down. Try not to grip it too tightly, but pull that elbow back. Pull. Like there's somebody behind you and you're going to jab them with your elbow. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, take those weights behind you and press back. So the triceps are already a little bit tired, but we're just going to work them just a little bit more. See if you can keep the arms lifted away from you a little bit. Really feel those triceps. Every day forward is another day closer to springtime. And don't even tell me it's not technically winter yet, because I know. All right, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Set him down. Ooh, roll your shoulders forward. Roll them back. Let's pick one arm to stretch the triceps. Bring it up and over. Give yourselves a big pat on the back and either push that elbow back or grab your elbow and gently pull down. And breathe. And this one we are timing for 30 seconds. Good work. We have 10 seconds left. 5. Good job. Lower those arms. Loosen up your shoulders a little bit. Always try to end with the shoulder roll to the back. And let's switch arms. Give yourself another pat on the back and push that elbow back or hold it and gently pull like you're going to pull it behind your head. And breathe. Good work today, everyone. A little bit less than 10 seconds left. Good, and 3, 2, 1. Ooh, lower them down, and again. Maybe a couple of shoulder rolls forward, a couple of shoulder rolls to the back. All right, let's grab that chair again. And we're gonna have a seat. Lose my ankle weights. And then let's pick one leg and cross the ankle over the knee. Remember, if you need to, the leg that's not stretching, you can extend it. You can take the ankle just below the knee. So I'm doing my right leg first. My left knee is straight out in front of my hip, and I'm gently pressing down on the right leg just above the knee, not directly on the knee. I'm making sure that I'm sitting up as tall as I can and trying not to lean back. And I'm trying to think happy thoughts so that maybe my poor little hip will loosen up a little bit more. We can always hope, right? Okay, good. Now hands on the outside of that knee, and we're going to pull that knee across toward the opposite side and then in toward your chest. So I'm kind of pushing more with my right hand, my right arm, and I really feel it down in here. Push it over and pull it in. So I'm always trying to get it to stretch a little bit more. And again, try not to sit back. It's easy to lean back a little bit in this one. Not so easy to sit up taller. All right, good. Let's release it. Whew. Breathe, and we're going to switch legs. So ankle over knee. Sit up as tall as you can. Extend that leg if you need to. Put the ankle just below the knee if you need to. Hands just above the knee and gently push down. And again, try not to lean back. Whew. Good. Okay, and then hands on the outside of that knee and push that knee over toward the opposite side and then pull it up and in towards your chest. So over and up and in. And sometimes too, I like to shake that leg a little bit because I feel like that kind of loosens it up a little, and trying not to lean way far back. Good work. Okay, and release. Now I'm going back to my right side. I'm sliding all the way over to the right side of the chair, holding on with the left hand, lowering the right knee down and the right foot going back behind me, and then sitting up as tall as I can. Maybe even leaning back a little bit, which I fully admit my knee does not always appreciate, but that's because I'm stretching the quads, the front of the leg, and that sometimes pulls on the knee. It's good for my knee in the long run, so I do it. Right, abs are still in tight. Remember, the shoulders don't go any further back than the low back does. All right, carefully lift up. Bring that foot forward and let's slide over to the opposite side. Hold on. Knee back, foot back. Lift up as tall as you can and lean back a little bit. Remember, try to keep that spine nice and long and push back from here, not from up here. So we feel it in the front of the hip, the front of the thigh. Good job. And sit up and forward. And let's go ahead and stand up. Right? Take a big inhalation, reach your arms up overhead. Right? Maybe turn your palms up toward the ceiling if that's comfortable for you. And then lower your arms down in front of you, a little bit lower than the shoulders. Push your palms forward, round your shoulders forward, and think about pushing your spine out behind you a little bit. And feel that stretch across your back. It's the one time that I'll tell you to round your shoulders forward, so I hope everyone's enjoying it. All right, and then let's reach up one more time and try to pull those shoulders back again. And lower the arms down and take a couple of big shoulder rolls to the back. And we are all done. Great work, everyone. So as always,